Hey IGN, Eric Morrow here, and I've strapped on my proton pack and fired up my PKE meter to bring you a quick look at the new Ghostbusters Blu-Ray release. If you care enough about movies to own a Blu-ray player, you've no doubt seen Ghostbusters many times by now. But just in case you've forgotten, Drs. Venkman, Spengler, and Stantz, played by Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, and Dan Aykroyd, have just lost their cushy research grant and decide to take their findings and become the world's first private paranormal investigation and removal company. Along the way, they face demon dogs, ectoplasmic ghouls, a possessed Sigourney Weaver, and one seriously pissed off Marshmallow Man. So does the film still hold up after more than 2 decades? Absolutely. The jokes are still hilarious, the characters are still strong, the scares are still, well, maybe not scary, but creepy enough for comedy. Some of the effects may seem a bit crude by today's standards, but most of them still hold up after all these years. It's easy to see why Ghostbusters is considered a modern classic, and it's still every bit as funny today as it was back in '84. Although the movie's been digitally remastered, don't expect this 25-year-old film to look as though it was released last summer. There's some definite grain and occasional heavy noise indicative of older film standards, but any evidence of hairs, scratches, specks, or other imperfections have been removed. There's also a nice boost in depth here over previous standard def releases, especially in the crowd scenes and the shots on the streets of Manhattan. The audio has also been upgraded to Dolby True HD 5.1, and while the lossless format is a bit of an overkill for the dated source material, it does bring out some environmental elements that you might never have heard before. With regards to the extras, the commentary is the same one included on the special edition DVD back in 1999. There's not much new information here, but if you haven't heard it before, it's worth a listen. In addition to a handful of throwaway deleted scenes, 3 featurettes are also included on the disc, highlighting interviews with the cast then and now. Exclusive to the Blu-ray, Slimer Mode will bring up a picture-in-picture viewing experience that includes trivia tidbits, production art, and interviews with the cast and crew, some of them done recently for this release. There are 2 new featurettes that deal with the familiar Ecto-1, resurrecting the classic car and Ghostbusters Garage. One is an action featurette, the other a glorified slideshow. The new Ghostbusters video game also gets the spotlight in a couple of features here, with both a making of and a preview. Though, if you're an IGN reader and a Ghostbusters fan, you'll probably have bought the game by the time you get around to watching them.
Funny us going out like this, killed by a 100-foot Marshmallow Man.
We've been going about this all wrong. This Mr. Stay Puft is okay. He's a sailor. He's in New York. We get this guy laid, we won't have any trouble.
Overall, if you love this movie as much as we do, then this is a definite must-buy for any aspiring high-def library.